Yo, this is your first time here, welcome. Been here before, welcome back. If, like me, you're now officially working from home and your gaming setup has turned into a little bit of your working at home setup, you might find that you need to have two sets of gear in some cases, whether it be mice, keyboards, monitors, laptops, etc, etc. So for me, I was in the market for a slightly bigger keyboard. The GK65 that I've got, I'll link up here. I did a little review to it. The GK65 is good, but I'm heavily involved in data and analytics. That's my full-time day job. So it's a lot of code writing in SQL, spreadsheets, Google Sheets, and so on. So I needed a slightly bigger keyboard to get me through on that. But I wanted it to look cool. I didn't want it to break the bank because I like buying budget gear. If I can get the same quality of product paid for 50 quid that I can get for 200 quid, then I'm going to try and do it. So today I found a solid option for an 87 key RGB keyboard that might just be what you're looking for. I'll go into the details on it, what I think it's like, and whether I think it's worth a purchase. While you're here, don't forget to click that sub button. Finally reached 500, which is amazing. So in the next video that I do, I'm going to do a little giveaway for that. So don't forget to click the sub button so you see that video when it comes up so you can be part of that little competition. Let's get to it. So I was on the hunt for a slightly bigger keyboard that I could use for working on rather than just gaming and for aesthetics, really. I've not quite figured out where my setup is going to sit yet because I need the two keyboards because I want to keep the 65 because I like it and it looks better than the 87 just for the way I like the way that it looks. But I've got a little follow on Instagram from a company called Webito? Anyway, basically they said budget gear for your PC gaming, etc, etc, and I thought, another one of these. Anyway, I went onto it and they have quite some cool stuff. It's right up my street. It's cheap gear, most of it lights up. It looks quite cool in the setup. It's not ridiculously overpriced. So I thought, let's give it a shot. So I dropped them a message and says, hey, I'm in the market for a keyboard. Can I have a discount code? Because I'm cheeky like that. Can I have a discount code and I'll do a review for you? I got a couple of items from them and they'll be helping me with the comp in the next video. However, for this one, I messaged them and I says, look, the caveat to this is that if the gear is shit when I get it, I'm afraid that I will be telling you that. So I was like, just be aware that if you give me a discount code. So they gave me a small discount code. There's also one that you can use there as well. For me, I'll leave it in the description below, where if you buy anything from there, you can get a little bit of a discount off. Anyway, so this is not sponsored. I still paid for the gear by myself, so I will not be biased in this at all. But I said to them, look, I'm in the market for a keyboard and I need one that does X, Y, and Z. And he says, okay, have a look at this keyboard. Now, this is typically one of those copy ones that is unbranded. It just looks quite cool and it does the job. Now in this case, this one is an 87 key RGB keyboard. There's a few things about it. It does light up. It has multiple modes on it. It has 87 keys, which means it has the arrows and all the insert and delete buttons. It's quite low profile. It doesn't have a lip around the edge that you'll see in the little bit of video here, which means that the RGB shines out quite cool. Now, I really do like that about this. It's a nice little feature. It means that it flashes out kind of onto the desk a little bit, which is quite nice. The material on it is all right. It comes in about 4 different colors. I think it comes white, the matte black that I've got here, I think there was a blue one and I can't remember. There's a few colours on there anyway. But the material's pretty nice. It's quite a smooth plastic. It's not metal or anything like that, but it's also not that cheap plastic. It's kind of similar to the plastic that comes on the GK. It's got 2 stands on the bottom of it. It's got quite a unique font across the front of it, which I thought was quite cool. It's not one that you usually see. It's more kind of gamer-ish, I guess. It is wired. The USB that goes in is a wee bit clunky, but it's still nice. I just would have, if I was going to put it through the desk, you'll see the wire running in some of these videos. If I was going to put it through the desk, I would need a slightly bigger hole because where it goes USB cable, whatever the next bit is, it wouldn't fit through the hole. So we'll deal with that later on. When it's down on the desk, if that is your thing, it's pretty low profile. I've used the little stands to prop it up a bit, just a bit comfier for me. It has the little logo just above the little arrows. I'm not really sure what the logo is. I don't know what the make is because it doesn't come with the box. It just is a keyboard. It is mechanical of sorts. It doesn't have the same kind of accentuation click as some of the other ones. I'll do a little sound test for you now. You can see what it is like. It kind of bridges the gap between the soft squidgy pudding keys and proper mechanical sound, which is quite nice. I like that because it's the mechanical. It can get quite loud and everybody moans that they can hear it whenever I'm either streaming or whether I'm like recording videos or whatever. You can hear it quite well. So this one, it kind of bridges that gap. But I'll do a little sound test for you now. So you'll see what I mean. It's alright. It's not as annoying as a normal mechanical keyboard, but hey-oh. Now you change the RGB by pressing FN and INS, and it gives you these modes. One of them flashes, one of them breathes, one of them is static. One of the things that could be slightly better about it is addressable RGB, so you kind of can say it's addressable, but you can't have it one static color. Each of the lines has a separate color and they will stay the same, it's just the effect that changes. So you can't put it all purple, for example, or all blue or all green. So that's one slight setback, but for the price, you might expect that to be the case. In this case, it is only, I think, 40 quid. With a discount, you can get it for under 40 quid. So it's still a steal at that altogether. The keys are swappable, so you can swap them out. It's a nice little effect, which you might want to do, especially if you don't like the font across the front. It is wired. I think I mentioned this before. It is wired, it's not wireless, and it also isn't rechargeable. So the cable doesn't come out of it, but it's fine. It's a solid choice if you're looking for an 87 key keyboard to kind of upgrade from a smaller one or use as one in between. So RGB, low profile, looks cool, nice materials, budget friendly of course, which is my main key component, and it looks pretty nice. Guys at Webito are just getting started. They are pulling together a whole bunch of gear that they'll be selling at affordable prices, which is good for everybody, especially the people that follow some of my videos, because we like affordable tech, right? So go check them out below. I'll leave a link. You can have a look at the stuff that they've got. Drop them a message on Instagram. They're super helpful at getting back. They'll help you with how to work stuff, what might look best in a setup, and so on. Drop them a little follow on Instagram, webito.co. Anyway, this was a very short video just to show you a little bit around this keyboard as an alternative to another keyboard, as a nice little 87 key RGB addressable number that might suit well in your setup. Don't forget to click that sub button, press the like, and as I mentioned before, stay tuned for the next video where we'll have a little giveaway of a cool little tech item with Webito to celebrate 500 subs. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.